So Valkyrie Profile 2, the battle system. Here's a tutorial. This is a really hard to get into game, but it gives you the impression that it's extremely convoluted, and it is convoluted, but it's not that convoluted. All you need to do is exploit a couple of mechanics, and if you do that, which is exactly what I did, you'll have a blast with the game. Some people, get more into the battle mechanics, and they can, they can really truly exploit it and be much better players than me with it than I was. But I was fine with just exploring a few things that I'll explain in a bit. This is a hybrid. It's not 100% a turn-based RPG because you can move around the battlefield. So the battle starts, right? And you have a bunch of enemies. Around all over the place. And what happens here is that, you have your 4 party members. And you can separate those party members if you want to. I never did. I did that once and it worked like crap. I got destroyed in a matter of seconds. So I never... My advice, my own personal advice, I'm not saying it's wrong doing this. Some people probably did this and strategically it worked for them. It never worked for me one bit. So what I did was always have my party together. Always. So because... The only one that moved that you can control is your frontal party member, the one assigned to the square button, I think. So you can clearly see every single enemy has a range, like an area right there. If you enter that red area, if you enter there, they'll attack first. They'll steal your turn, for so to say. So what you need to do is just carefully move around, because moving also, uses the what was it called, the AP bar down the bottom. So what you need to start abusing is the dash button. That's what I did. And in most battles, if you kill every single enemy, it's gonna take forever, man. It's gonna take forever, but you'll get more crystals and more money and probably more experience points. But sometimes most of the time what I did in this game is go straight for the boss. You need to locate the enemy leader. And with your party, as soon as you start moving around, you need to dash towards where the enemy leader is. Sometimes it won't be possible depending on the battle area design. Sometimes the area is like this, and the enemy is at the back. Let's just put this as an example. The enemy is right here, and you're over here, right? So you have this blocked path, this path blocked by enemies. So you're gonna have to take 1 or 2 enemies first. Sometimes. But most of the times you have these wide areas. And if you need to practice the dash button, so you can dash toward the enemy leader. And as soon as you dash, as soon as you land, right there, at that precise moment, you start button mashing your controller. So your characters can attack. And hopefully you landed at the side of the enemy leader or at the back, which is much better. So you'll do the most damage possible. That's my tutorial. That's how you play Valkyrie Profile 2, and this also applies with the bosses. The bosses are brutal. Try to stay away as much as you can from the ranges and try to move around so you can recover your AP bar so you can attack once again over and over again. It's a brutally hard game. No tutorial will decrease the difficulty in this game. No tips, no nothing. It's a hard game, but it's worth it.